Hi guys, and welcome back to Petrolhead Podcasts. The all-new 2025 Audi A5 Sedan has been a highly anticipated new model for Audi fans. As it is the first new combustion engine compact sports sedan the company has introduced in nearly 9 years and replaces both the previous A4 Sedan and A5 Sportback models. With the new A5, the enduring rivalry between the compact luxury sports sedans of Audi, BMW and Mercedes has been reignited. So, which of the three German luxury brands makes the best sports sedan in 2025? Join me as I go through an in-depth comparison to give you the answer. Today we will be comparing the all-new 2025 Audi A5 Sedan TFSI Quattro, which is expected to have a starting MSRP of around $47,000 when it goes on sale in America during Q2 of 2025, against the 2025 BMW 330i xDrive, which has a starting MSRP of $49,125, and the 2025 Mercedes-Benz C300 4MATIC, which has a starting MSRP of $51,600. First of all, in terms of exterior styling, the new A5 looks stunning. Up front, the vehicle has great presence, with the wide and low stance, a new interpretation of the signature Audi U-shaped grille, and the sporty side vents. On the side, the A5 is longer than the 3 Series and C-Class, which gives it more expansive proportions that look great. The clean side profile and flush door handles also look good. Round back, the full-width taillights, subtle trunk spoiler and aggressive lower bumper design round off a modern and sophisticated design. The BMW also has a good design. Up front, the classic BMW kidney grille and slim headlights look well proportioned, and the aggressive lower bumper with large air intakes gives the 3 Series a sporty feel. On the side, the profile of the 3 Series is rather plain, but the proportions are excellent and there are no fussy design details. Round back, the taillights look good and the bumper has an aggressive diffuser design that adds character to the vehicle. The Mercedes has a decent design. Up front, I am not the biggest fan of the inward kinking headlights and the grille that slims down towards the top that doesn't look as majestic as the previous generation C-Class. On the side, the Mercedes looks great, with very good proportions, although just like the BMW does feel plain next to the Audi. Round back, the taillights of the C-Class again do not look as majestic as the previous model, although otherwise the design is inoffensive. Overall, for exterior styling, the best for me is the Audi, which has a sophisticated, modern and sporty design. In second is the BMW, which looks well proportioned and sporty but a little more plain compared to the Audi. In last is the Mercedes, which has the least well-resolved design of the three vehicles. In terms of interiors, the new generation Audi interior in the A5 impresses at first glance with the multitude of screens with an 11.9-inch instrument cluster and a 14.5-inch infotainment display, and the available 10.9-inch passenger screen and augmented reality head-up display. The software is also a huge improvement in terms of functionality and modernity. Ambient lighting has also been upgraded to provide a more impressive design. However, having spent a lot of time recently driving an Audi Q6 e-tron for an upcoming review, a car which shares many of the same technologies, materials and interior layout as the new A5, I have to say that this new generation of Audi interiors could be better. First of all, while build quality is still excellent, material quality is average, with a lot of piano black trim around the center console that scratches easily and leaves a lot of fingerprints. The new control panel that houses the lighting as well as mirror controls on the driver's side door is very bulky and feels cheap as it is just a single piece of capacitive touch controls. There is also a surprising amount of hard plastics, a lot more than the BMW, especially on the lower parts of the dashboard and door cards. That is disappointing. The infotainment screen implementation is also not ideal, with a lot of fixed shortcut buttons on the left that greatly reduce the usable display area as well as massive bezels. In terms of practicality, while US standard measurements have not been released, European figures indicate the Audi will have less trunk space than both the Mercedes and BMW. The BMW has a well-thought-out interior that has excellent build quality and a modern design. Despite being the oldest vehicle here, updates to the 3 Series over the years have helped it stay fresh. The BMW curved display, with a 12.3-inch instrument cluster and a 14.9-inch infotainment display, looks modern and the software is also feature-rich. While the BMW sadly doesn't have physical climate controls anymore, unlike the other two cars, BMW at least still includes the xDrive rotary controller that makes interacting with the infotainment system far easier while driving. In terms of material and build quality, the BMW is also the best of the three cars, with a solid feel to all the controls, as well as high-grade leatherette and soft-touch plastics even on the lower parts of the dashboard and door cards, which is something that the Audi and Mercedes cannot match. In terms of practicality, despite being the smallest car on the outside, the BMW makes good use of its space, with 42 inches of front row legroom, 35.2 inches of rear legroom, 54.6 inches of rear shoulder room, and 16.9 cubic feet of trunk space. The Mercedes interior feels very similar to the Audi in several ways. Just like the Audi, the C-Class also has an impressive design with the waterfall-like center console, the metal look air vents, and extensive ambient lighting. From a technology perspective, the Mercedes has a great 12.3-inch instrument cluster, but however, the vertically oriented infotainment display is beginning to feel dated with its large bezels, even if the software still feels modern and feature-rich. Also, like the Audi, the material and build quality in the C-Class could be improved. The lower parts of the dashboard and door cards have very cheap, hard plastic materials that are much worse than the BMW, and build quality in the C-Class is the least impressive of the three cars, with a hollow feel to a lot of the controls and noticeable creaking on the dashboard. In terms of practicality, the Mercedes is decent, with 41.7 inches of front row legroom, 36 inches of rear legroom, 55.6 inches of rear shoulder room, and 11.6 cubic feet of trunk space. Overall, for interiors, the BMW is the best vehicle as it has the best material quality, excellent build quality, very good levels of technology and practicality, and the most solid and expensive feel inside the cabin. The Audi is second, with an impressive design, modern technology, and good build quality, but the average materials and questionable technology implementation are negatives. The Mercedes is third, with an upmarket design but average material quality, the worst build quality of the three cars, and dated screens. In terms of drivetrains, the Audi A5 TFSI has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing 268 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Sadly, no mild hybrid system is available for the American market. This engine is mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, sending power through Audi's Quattro ultra-front biased all-wheel drive system. The A5 rides on fixed steel suspension and is available with a fixed sports suspension setup with the S-Line package. An adaptive suspension option is available for overseas markets, but it is not confirmed yet whether it will be available for America. The A5 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds, and combined economy ratings have not been released, but the outgoing model with similar power levels achieved 26 mpg. The BMW 330i has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and for 2025 the 330i now has a 48-volt mild hybrid system. The BMW delivers a maximum output of 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The BMW's engine is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, sending power through BMW's xDrive rear-biased all-wheel drive system. The 330i has fixed steel suspension as standard and is available with a fixed M Sport suspension setup with the M Sport package, which can be further upgraded with the adaptive M suspension. The 330i accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds and achieves a combined economy rating of 29 mpg. The Mercedes C300 has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid system that delivers a maximum output of 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. This engine is mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission, sending power through Mercedes' 4-matic rear-biased all-wheel drive system. The C300 has fixed steel suspension and is available with a fixed sports suspension setup with the AMG line package. The adaptive suspension offered on C-Class models sold in Europe is not available for North America. The C300 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds and achieves a combined economy rating of 27 mpg. Overall, for drivetrains, all three are closely matched with their 2-liter turbocharged engines that all have similar acceleration and economy figures, and so all rank equal first. The A5 stands out with the most power of the three cars, while the 3 Series and C-Class counter with 48-volt mild hybrid technology that allows for better efficiency and a smoother auto start-stop system. In terms of driving experience, Let me start by saying that I cross-shopped this segment of vehicles last year to get an extensive feel of the differences in character between the outgoing A4 and the current C-Class and 3 Series. The new Audi A5 is an evolution rather than a revolution compared to the previous A4, sitting on a modified version of the previous generation's MLB Evo platform that Audi has now renamed Premium Platform Combustion, or PPC. As a result, a lot of the character of the previous generation carries over. The Audi's engine, the venerable EA888 Volkswagen Group 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, is a refined and powerful unit and works well with the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, but the BMW's drivetrain does feel smoother and more effortless. The Audi's steering, just like the outgoing A4, is beautifully weighted and very precise. In terms of ride quality, with the normal suspension, just like the outgoing A4, the A5 rides very well, similar to the Mercedes and BMW with standard suspension. With Audi's sports and adaptive suspension setups, the A5 seems more athletic than the C-Class, and is relatively fun to drive, but feels noticeably less engaging and sporty than the BMW, although it does have better ride quality with the sports setups than the BMW's sports setups. The BMW has the sportiest driving experience of the three cars, no matter which suspension is chosen. The 3 Series stands out with the most rear-wheel drive biased feeling behind the wheel, the smoothest and most responsive engine and transmission combination, and a substantial, sporty and engaging experience. The steering, especially with the variable ratio system on the M Sport models, is also very direct and more precise feeling than the Mercedes, and for 2025 has been revised to provide better steering feel. Although ultimately, I think the Audi is slightly superior in this respect. With the standard suspension, the 3 Series is just as comfortable as a C-Class with standard suspension, but has better agility and handling. While with the M Sport and adaptive M suspensions, the 3 Series feels significantly sportier than the sports suspension setups on the Audi and Mercedes, with much sharper turn-in, very minimal body roll, and a driver-focused experience. The fixed M Sport suspension setup is the least comfortable, but is still decent, and the benefit is a planted and sure-footed feeling without any secondary body motions. The adaptive M suspension has better ride quality than the M Sport suspension and is close to the standard suspension for comfort. The Mercedes C-Class has a good driving experience but lacks the BMW's sporty feel. The 2-liter engine is reasonably refined but lacks the smoothness of the BMW's engine. The 9-speed transmission can also be jerky at low speeds compared to the 8-speed in the BMW, and the steering feels the most numb of the 3 cars. With the C-Class's standard suspension, the vehicle feels comfortable and relaxing to drive. However, this is achieved at the expense of body control and handling, with the most body lean and body motions on the move of the 3 cars. The sports suspension improves the C-Class's handling and body control, and the ride still feels relatively comfortable, but even with the sports suspension, the vehicle does not have the agile, athletic and engaging feel of the BMW. In terms of driving experience, the BMW is the clear winner, with the best engine and transmission of the 3 and the sportiest feel behind the wheel, while retaining good comfort levels. The Audi is second. The A5 has a good engine and a well-judged balance between comfort and sportiness, but lacks the engaging driving experience and effortless feel of the BMW. The Mercedes is last. The engine and transmission of the C-Class, while still good, lack the refinement and smooth feel of the BMW, and the body control and handling are the least impressive of the 3 cars. So overall, which is the best German compact luxury sedan to buy in 2025? I think it is important to caveat that there are no real losers, and all 3 cars are not only excellent but in my opinion superior to other vehicles in this segment. With that being said, personally the BMW remains the winner. I think it was pretty clear from when I cross-shopped these vehicles, and hopefully also through the information I've presented in this review, that the BMW holds a number of key advantages. Firstly, the interior still has excellent build and material quality, something that the A5 and C-Class have not quite delivered in the latest generation due to cost pressures. Secondly, BMW's drivetrain tuning is clearly the best of the 3 in terms of smoothness, power delivery and refinement. And lastly, the 3 Series is still the benchmark for driving dynamics. Yes, visually the BMW's interior is not as exciting to look at as the other 2 cars, and the M Sport suspension is relatively firm, but overall the diversity and depth of talent that the BMW has is something that the newer Mercedes and Audi products still cannot match. In second place is the Audi. The new A5 is stunning to look at, is comfortable, and is a big step up from the previous model in terms of interior design. However, the technology implementation is not the best, the interior quality is disappointing, and the driving dynamics and drivetrain, while still very good, cannot quite match the 3 Series. In last is the Mercedes. The C-Class has an upmarket exterior and interior design that borrows a lot from the S-Class. Unfortunately, material and build quality cannot match the BMW. The driving experience is the least well-rounded of the three cars, and the drivetrain also feels the least refined. So what do you guys think of the Audi A5, BMW 3 Series and Mercedes C-Class? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to be the first to see more amazing content like this in the future. Cheers!